morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever part of that is this video chooses to reach you. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling fine. I hope you're feeling blessed. I hope you realize that you are blessed. There we go. Let's get the camera lighting back right. Get the autofocus and shit going. All right, it is I, your humble, gracious, and ever-present host, Vaughn P, aka the political crash out. All right. So we're going to talk about a few different things today. One of the very first things we're going to talk about, I'm going to touch on, is the Trump tariff pricing. We're going to talk about Black leaders are leading the decline in crime across the nation, even in the face of Trump talking about this all crime outbreak in D.C., which is a lie. I had a funny, it wasn't quite funny for them. I had an interesting interaction with the Hebrew Israelites. You know, them purple shirt motherfuckers with the little gold frills on the back on the bottom of their shirts. I had an interaction with those guys over the weekend. I'll tell you about it in a few. The State Department, Habibi, the State Department has said no more Gazans can come over here under humanitarian visas. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Engineer saga, see if that's some real shit or bullshit. We'll talk about Hurricane Erin updates. In the state of Florida, we have a hurricane off the eastern coastal state of Florida as we speak, but it's not necessarily forecast to hit us. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Just wanted to get that out of it because I know some people don't even really realize that storms and shit be going on until it get here. Gotta make sure all my blocking is right. I don't give a damn what's in frame, but I need that book. Whatever book I'm highlighting from week to week is a book that I've read and had an impact on me in some way or another. So yeah. Damn, now I realize that. Leave it alone. I just go ahead and show the book Stolen Legacy. Greek mythology was an offshoot of Egyptian mystery system. History is a lot of stolen shit retold. Because I told an individual, and I keep saying this. I found myself saying this saying a couple times over the last week. The winners write history. Let that sink in for a moment. One of the other things we're going to talk about that's burning my system. And I said I wasn't going to touch on this. I said I wasn't going to touch it. But Dr. Umar lost that goddamn school, y'all. Some of us are not surprised. Some people are still feeling like he's gotten the short end of the stick. He's gotten railroaded. He got shafted. He's getting fucked over. But whatever reason, Umar was on the verge of losing that school, y'all. You don't know say Holmes. So let's just dive into it. Before we get into all that juicy Umar shit, let's start on a positive note. I want to talk about these Black mayors that are leading the decline in crime that we're seeing across the nation. Because it's something that needs to be highlighted as Donald Trump tries to say that there's a rampant crime wave going around in Washington, D.C. Oh, I almost forgot. Let me get the chat up. All right, so Black mayors are in almost, well, I ain't gonna say almost every, but a lot of major cities, L.A., Chicago, D.C., Baltimore as a whole. We're seeing a lot of declines in crime across the nation, and it's being led by officials that look like us, look like me, rather. I don't know if you look at this. Most of the chat is what y'all demographics is, but these mayors that are leading the decline in crime look a lot like me. And Donald Trump is trying to say that we have rampant crime going on across the nation. And that is the excuse he's trying to use to weaponize the federal government's troops and basically just take over. What we're seeing, and the reason why I'm going to highlight this is because what we're seeing right now is a bunch of test cases done by Donald Trump to see how far he can push the boundaries of law and order. What can he and cannot get away with? Which troops are going to follow these commands that he's given without any question of which troops are going to be like, I don't know about this. The secret Gestapo police force is being built on the low. Just say it like that. These are not just random occurrences that we're seeing from Donald Trump and his administration. These are the long game plays being played out in front of our face. So it's important to highlight that these black mayors are seeing declines in violent and major crimes in their cities, because these are the black mayors that Donald Trump are trying to say, hey, I got to send a federal police force in there to reclaim this city. I got to send some troops in there to quash the lawlessness. I got to send somebody in there to do something because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it's important that we highlight these types of wins by these lawmakers, especially when they look like me, because these will be the first cities that Donald Trump tries to send troops into under the guise of restoring law and order. And really, it's just to take over the place. Just plain and simple. They just want to take it over. So we need to be vigilant of these things and mindful of these things and not fall asleep at the wheel while all this shit is going on. So shots out to these black mayors, because Trump is... In fact, here's a story on it. Let's switch screens real quick. Trump exaggerates, misstates facts on Washington crime. So what I'm telling you is not far-fetched, guys. It's right on our front step. I posted something last week, and I said, what are the YNs and the Hebrew Israelites going to do about this type of shit? Because they're the ones traditionally that be going crazy about people in their neighborhood. Oh, man, you in my hood, you in my neighborhood, I don't know you, da, 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 da. And they want to go hard. What the YNs do. The Hebrew Israelites, matter of fact, let's do some Googling real quick. First, I want to pull up YouTube because I want to show you guys the Hebrew Israelite crowd that I'm talking about. We'll say on the street. Where are these gold shirt motherfuckers at? Now I pulled a fucking... I did a search earlier today, and it showed me so many of these purple shirt niggas. There they go.
King, move the king, worldwide,
I was asking,
someone was used to be in the club. King, move the king,
be real forceful.
Yeah, I keep the law perfectly.
So,
We'll do it.
you just broke the law, bro.
Reread that from the top.
But to him that worketh not.
Hold on. So it said that him that worketh not.
Worketh not.
Hold on, brother. We gotta slow down. Please read it to me slow. I might be remiss.
This is what I interacted with. The type of shit I interacted with on Saturday, right in my community. I went to Dollar Tree, pick up a few things. And yes, I ain't balling like that. I still shop at the Dollar Tree, chat. So it is what it is. And it's actually the $1 plus. It's like some $5 shit in there now too. So it ain't cheap as fuck no more. But I go into the Dollar Tree and I see them, in mass, going through the parking lot, passing out their flyers. They got 10 up, with a bullhorn. They got about 7-8 of them just lined up at attention in the hot sun, just looking like yeah, that's what they were doing. So I seen them and I was looking, and I'm like, I wonder what type of programs they have that their members can gain skills from or knowledge from that they can monetize. Because we're living in a time where it's getting harder to make money. It's getting harder to find those opportunities to just hit a lick or just ball out. So you gotta have some type of skills. You gotta have some type of knowledge or education to lean on to make some money. If you're gonna rely on the government or some type of bullshit to get by, you might be fucked up in these coming days, especially under the Trump administration. So I see this shirt, and they say they're building a nation ever since 2003. So these motherfuckers ain't really even been a whole thing for longer than I've been alive. I wanted to tell these motherfuckers that I, at 41 years old, am older than you motherfuckers. I'm your uncle, technically. You know what I'm saying? I'm uncle to y'all. Well, to them. So at 41 years old, mind you, I don't feel like I know everything, but I know a lot of shit. And if you're going to build a nation, one of the things I do know is you got to have some shit that's going to impact the youth, build the youth, gain the youth, pull the youth towards you. So when you get those youth over there, you got to enrich those youth, and you got to make sure those youth can go out into society and be productive members of society and push your word, push your platform, push whatever program that you know what I'm saying, are a part of. So my mindset says, hey, what do you got towards you? I walk out of Dollar Tree. And I don't approach the guys that are under the tent with the bullhorn and all that shit. Don't want that type of attention. I go to one of the quiet brothers that's in the cut, handing out the flyers. I say, excuse me, brother. I have a question. He said, what's up, man? I said, what programs do y'all have within y'all organization that are geared at getting the youth or your members some like employable or skills, some employable skills or something that they can learn that they can use for money, make money out in this world, you know? And I gave him an example. I said, if I bring a 15-year-old to y'all that's lost and trying to figure shit out and trying to figure his life out, what are y'all gonna do with that 15-year-old? Are y'all just gonna have this 15-year-old on the corner shouting and nigga, bitch, and all this other shit? Or y'all gonna try and get this 15-year-old some knowledge and some skills to where they can go out and become a good member of society and build himself up? Dude tells me to listen to the dude at under the tent. So by now, unbeknownst to me, because I wasn't paying no attention to him, he is screaming Bible verses at me on the bullhorn. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, what's going on here? I ain't come to church. I was going to the Dollar Tree, bro. What's going on? So I approached the tent, and the young man, he said, man, what would you actually repeat your question? So I repeat my question to him. I say, what do y'all got that's going to enrich the youth? What do y'all got that your members or your youth that you're going to be trying to attract can learn from and get some skills that they can monetize or learn some shit or get some shit that they can go out there and be like, I know to have this knowledge, I have this information, I can go use that to get this type of job. You know what I'm saying? They start reading the Bible to me again. I let them finish the verse. And he's like, yeah, see, brother, we got to know ourselves. We got to know ourselves. I'm like, I know who I am. But back to the point, back to my question. What programs do y'all have within this situation, this organization? I said, Skip, I don't know what to call y'all. Oh, we're a nation. And all of us start, we're a nation within a nation. I'm like, all right, so y'all a nation. So now my question is even more on point, because if you're building a nation, how are you going to enrich the youth within that nation? What are you going to do to have that youth go out and build up your nation? So they started reading more Bible verses to me. And I cut them off. I said, excuse me, brother. I don't mean to be rude, but you can't take the Bible to the rent office. And I started pointing them. I'm like, he got bills. 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 Everybody around here got bills, including me. And none of us could take our Bible to the rent office or to the bill office. So I ask you again, if I bring a 15-year-old kid to you that's lost trying to figure out life, what are y'all going to do with him? Oh, we're going to get him a good foundation. We're going to make sure he know himself. You're going to know who he is. I'm like, okay, good. He's going to know who he is and know himself. But in regards to employable skills that can be monetized, information, education that they can take out there and go earn some money from, what type of fuck y'all got going on in there? Man, we got carpenters, we got lawyers, we got people that do stuff in our organization. I say, bro, I'm not saying that y'all don't. I'm asking, do y'all have any type of structure or some type of way to get these kids that you're trying to attract on the corner some skills? Or you just gonna have them out here shouting nigga, bitch? Oh man, ain't all we do. I was like, what do y'all do? Because every time the community sees you guys, you're on the corner hollering nigga, bitch. Fussing at people, cussing at people, shouting at people. Doing this shit right here.
Media right now, right?
But
so
to him.
Hold on. Read it from the matter of fact, we're gonna read it.
See,
now.
like, can we just keep it real? Then read it.
You don't know nothing. Go ahead.
Look at Romans chapter 4, verse 5. But to him that worketh not.
It say what?
But to him that worketh not.
Keep going.
But believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly. His faith is counted for righteousness.
So if you don't do no work, your faith is counted for unrighteousness.
Bruh.
That's what it
What?
said.
It said counted for righteousness.
Look. Read it again.
Bro, but I don't know nothing, right? Dude, because he justifies the ungodly. But you think you're godly, that's gonna cause you to burn, bro. You're taking.
That's what I dealt with. I dealt with that. Only thing is I didn't have it on camera. and it was a funny thing because they kind of closed in on me and they started stepping on their own little placards and signs and stuff, trying to protect one dude. And so I told him, like, look, bro, I'm not gonna put my hands on him. I don't give a damn. It's not even that serious for me to y'all even be around me like that. And I think they thought they had the upper hand. But as I tell y'all, every stream, keep it on me. I keep it on me. And at least 10 of them would have felt some enormous pain that they had. One of them put a hand on me. I'm gonna just say it like that. But that wasn't the goal. The goal was trying to figure out, do they have any programs that introduce? They said basically said no. So my question to anybody that is gonna see this, and I'm gonna make a clip on this. What the fuck does the Hebrew Israelites doing out there on the corner? Like what? Like their members, you motherfuckers just stand on the corner all goddamn day, shouting at people, want people to join your ranks. But what are you doing when they join your ranks? What the fuck? What are they learning? What are they like? The fuck? And I used to go stand around with a bunch of misguided niggas that's just angry at the world and want to point fingers at the world and say, "Oh, it's your fault," and no accountability within self for none of the bullshit going on. Like one of the light-skinned dudes behind me, like, "Oh, he asked my crew, and oh, I guess all us broke now. Oh, we just all be broke." I like, no, I didn't say all you were broke. Listen to what I asked you. If you're out here on the corner, want people to join you, what are people gonna get when they join you? And I ain't taking a step further. I told them, like, you guys are never in the community trying to build up the community. You always just out here calling people niggas and bitches, telling people they misguided. When the community is out there looking for volunteers to do different things, the school's always looking for volunteers. You niggas in purple shirts are never fucking here. But you're trying to build a nation. Oh, we did a street cleanup. Bitch, get up. Nigga. What else? Because I'm part of a task force in Broward County. And I see the list of community partners. And I can tell you one group that's not on that motherfucking list of community partners in Broward County is the Hebrew Israelites. Or whatever the technical name for them niggas in purple shirts is. And I ain't talking about the Q dogs. I'm talking about the fake Q dogs. Matter of fact, Q-Dog, y'all need to step down on them niggas for when y'all shit like that. Them niggas got y'all color wave out there fucking up y'all name and shit. Niggas need to step down on them bitch ass niggas. Hoe ass niggas. Get out these Hebrew Israelite niggas. That shit had me. That them niggas out there. Oh, nigga, Hebrew Israelite niggas. They're full of shit. You know what else is full of shit? The State Department has decided no more visas for Gaza. Let's get to it. The State Department has halted medical humanitarian visas for the people of Gaza. I know it's not good to kick people when they're down. I know that. But I promise you, before the election, there was a lot of individuals in that pro-Palestine movement that told me they couldn't support Kamala because that was going to lead to the end of Gaza. Like Gaza was going to be just wiped off the face of the earth under Kamala Harris's reign. You happy now? This is what you voted for. Habibi. Horrible day has occurred. Now, medical humanitarian visas are basically the visas that say are people get when they are fucked up. Imagine a motherfucker getting their limb blown off in a rocket attack, and they need to operate on this individual, and the only equipment that can operate that they can do safely, the only equipment that they can use to safely operate on this individual is in the United States of America. They will get a medical humanitarian visa. Those visas are out of the motherfucking question now. So now little Habibi has to fucking bleed out and die. But hey, Kamala Harris was complicit in the genocide. I think we're actually seeing the genocide play out now. But it ain't just America that's fucked up. I mean, it ain't Gaza that's just fucked up. America's fucked up too. We got tariff pricing that's here. I spoke on the last stream about the impact of the PPI index. Now it's the index that gauged how much producers were marking up the products when they got the product from on the dock and they put it on the shelf. Bitch jumped from 0.2 to 0.9. Tariff pricing is here. McDonald's and Wendy's have said that their breakfast sales have plummeted. Tariff pricing is here. McDonald's $5 meal deal. Shit, all the $5 meal deals. I eat that bullshit, but I did a little look when I wrote this on my to-do list. I had a look because I wanted to see how much those damn meal deals were. Those meal deals still were like $4 and $5. Nope. Meal deals done went up. $7 at the Mickey D's. You want a meal deal at Mickey D's? It's gonna cost you $7. And that's the bullshit meal deal. Like I think like a double cheeseburger or a cheeseburger. I don't know which one. Like a 6-piece. No, hell no. That's too many. I think they'll give me like a 4-piece. Like a 4-piece nugget, a small fry, and a small drink. So like you get all that little shit for $7. I remember the last time I went to Burger King, which was a couple years ago. I drove through the drive-in. I looked at the menu and I was in shock. I was like, all this shit, like, damn it, $10 for a value meal. And I thought to myself, I was like, man, this fake bullshit gonna just run right through me. I'm gonna have to shit it out in a minute any damn way. Why am I finna spend all this money? You know, not that like $10 gonna break me, but I'm finna spend $10, $12, $15 on something that I'm just for the shit out. I might as well just wipe my ass with them $15. That's what essentially is about to happen. I might as well just wipe my ass with them, that money I'm spending fast food on. That shit just gonna run through you. But now with the tariff pricing, everything's up. Everything's up. Everything is up, up, up. Before I get to Hurricane Erin updates in the age of Donald Trump, I want to talk about the Uncle Nearest saga thing, whatever's going on with that. And for those that think I'm just going to do a long ass deep dive into that shit, I'm not. What I'm going to say is that don't believe all the hype that you see on TV. When you're an entrepreneur, you have ups and downs, you have round and rounds. Every day is going to present you a new challenge and obstacle that's going to make you wonder and doubt life. Now, I think that's what's one of the things that's going on with the Uncle Nearest situation, because it's legal procedures surrounding it. And if they do lose it, they lose it. If they don't lose it, they don't lose it. But what I can say is that Black America is starting to realize and understand where we're at and who's for us and who's against us. Because the sales for Uncle Nearest in damn near every state is going like just skyrocketed. So that shows people understand who's for us. And the reason why I say people know the Black community is learning who's for us and who's against us is because this motherfucker Umar done lost the goddamn school. Let me stop. Let me pause for a minute because I'm going to show y'all something. I was told, no. Damn. Delete that. Let me do this real quick, y'all, because I was trying to leave this man alone. To be honest with you, I swear on everything I love. I was trying to leave Umar alone. Promise you, I was trying to leave Umar alone. And then I received this. I'm not going to say his name, but I received this in my DM. And I was looking at this shit and like I seen it earlier in the week. And I said, I'm not going to fuck with Umar. I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to leave him alone. I don't even know if it's true. I ain't even looking to it, see if it's true or not. I really don't even give a fuck. And then this popped up in my DM. And I proceeded to tell him, I was like, I said, why are you sitting it to me? I've been trying to be nice to this nigga. I have truly been trying to be nice to Umar. The Prince of Pan, fuck all that shit. This nigga done lost the goddamn school. And I'm speaking so passionately about this shit because I went and I did my research. I had to go find some information. I was like, this cannot be true. And then
DMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund.
I don't know what bank this nigga got, what bank he got the school funds in, but I need that bank. Because that is the only bank, if it's true what he's saying, that when they freeze your money, they're going to give you a refund of your money. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole point of freezing some fucking money in the bank account so that motherfucking money can't move. That's why they call it a freeze. So Umar put this video on the internet and had the audacity to go on this rant. Now, the video has been deleted by him now. So understand, I had to do some searching and look. I got my sources, y'all. I might be, you know, a guy that just, you know, sits in his garage and makes content for the internet in his spare time, but I got some motherfucking sources. I found this shit. So you can't delete it because the internet is forever. Let this be a note to y'all. Umar deleted this video, but the internet is forever.
We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So not only are the accounts frozen, not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal or tap my Venmo.
This nigga asked for more money. This nigga asked for more fucking money, y'all. Like, what in the entire fuck? Not only is your bank accounts for your personal account and the school accounts are fucked up because some fraud and some funny business going on. You say it's been people trying to hack your shit. That just don't mesh. That don't mesh to anybody that's had bank accounts as long as I fucking had, business and personal. If there's some hacking going on, some attempted hacking going on, they gonna beef up your security. They gonna make you change your credentials. They gonna make you put a fucking 37-character password on there. Trust me, I know. They don't freeze your account. Freezes is for fraud and some bullshit going on. Freezes for when they investigate some shit that's going on. Freezes is not for, oh, they're trying to hack my account. But hey, he's supposed to get a fucking refund from his bank. I don't. The fuck?
Text me for the links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend.
First of all, you don't know, you're not gonna have a property for 6.5 or 7.5 years and not pay your vacant property taxes on them. Mind you, this is a vacant property that's supposed to be a school for 6.5, 7.5 years. We're talking about a vacant property. Umar had this property for 6.5, 7.5 years and ain't did shit with it, but been on podcast after podcast after podcast after podcast, on stage after stage after stage after stage, and not one fucking idea has been thought about to bring some occupancy to these buildings so that you don't have to pay the vacant property taxes on a vacant fucking property for 6.5, 7.5 years. You don't have that shit for that long. And I know you don't have that, but we're going to get to it. I'm going to show y'all why Umar deleted this fucking video. Because he tells on himself in this shit. Umar been fucking up, y'all. And people gave me fucking hell for so long for giving this nigga fucking problem. That's why my dog A sent me the video. Because he's a part of that inner circle that knows that anytime I say Umar, the other part of the inner circle starts to lose their shit. So he was giving me the green flag, like, hey, go get their ass, boy. go get their ass. Every time you ask a question about Umar, they've been on my head. At one point I had a hashtag on social media that I created called "Fuck Umar." I might start that shit back up. Fuck Umar. Let's see some more shit.
Without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
It's called an eviction notice, nigga. The fuck you mean they put a notice on your door and you ain't know it? Man, you was getting the motherfucking bills, unpaid property tax registration fees, and utility fucking fees. Nigga, you wasn't paying the bills. And now the people say, hey, we're going to sell this property so that the creditors and debtors can get some fucking money from this unpaid property taxes, registration fees, and bills that you accumulated in this fucking empty ass building for 6.5, 7.5 fucking years.
Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question?
No.
Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus?
Bitch.
Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence?
Yes.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even...
It's not behind your back, nigga. This is why he deleted the video, because he's talking all crazy like this. This is your boy talking wild. And then he deleted it because he realized what he was saying on there. And he realized that he was making himself liable for defamation suits and liability suits from the city saying, hey, you said we didn't. You remember this notice? You remember this overpaid? You don't, like, your notice of an eviction is when they come to your house and slap that shit on your door and say, hey, guess what? You're evicted now, bitch. The fuck?
Tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door. In a low-income neighborhood, they put a notice on the door.
Full disclosure, I did look for the notice. I did find the notice. I'm not going to post the notice. Why? Because I am not a YouTube struggle streamer. I create content. I'm not a content creator. All right. So I'm not doing this for views and likes and monetization. If it gets to that point, cool. But I ain't no struggle streamer. But I will continue to critique this video that Umar put up and then delete.
Or with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape.
It's called an eviction notice.
It gets worse. Back in April, when I found out about the overdue vacant property registration fees.
Back in April, when I found out about the overdue property tax registration fees. April, May, June, July, August. That's 5 months that you knew about the overdue shit. And then an additional 5 months went by and you didn't pay what you owed. The math ain't mathing, bro.
I had asked the city of Wilmington if they could retroactively apply our nonprofit waiver. According to the nonprofit waiver for the city of Wilmington, if you are a nonprofit organization, they will waive your vacant property registration fees for 4 years.
Now, the question that I have is, matter of fact, let's go on Google together, y'all. We're going to go to Google really quick because this is something that I honestly forgot to do. So we're going to go to our good friend Google. Is the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy a non-profit? Oh, so it is. Do a deeper dive. When did we go there? If I share that, y'all gonna really call me a fucking hater. It is a nonprofit. How long it's been a nonprofit? I'll let you do the search on that. But it's a nonprofit. One of the other things that he talked about was the utility rate. So
if you are a nonprofit organization in the city of Wilmington, they will waive your vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If they would have applied our nonprofit vacant property registration waiver, we would owe absolutely nothing.
The nigga can't count, y'all. You had this property 6.5, 7.5 years. Then he says, hey, if they apply this waiver that goes back 4 years, we would owe nothing. Waivers don't absolve you of the utility shit. Waivers don't absolve you of the other 3.5, 4.5 years of registration fees. That waiver does not absolve you of why the fuck you wasn't paying these people their fucking money, Umar? Like, what the fuck? When I said this nigga be pimping the black community, niggas got mad at me. Fast forward, now this nigga finna lose goddamn school and ask for more goddamn money, y'all.
We would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing. But I asked them, and they ignored my emails for 4 months. They ignored my phone calls for 4 months. They ignored our emails for 4 months. They ignored our phone calls for 4 months. And instead, the first time I hear from them since April, the first time I hear from them since contacting them April, asking them to apply our vacant property registration fee waiver to the past 4 years so we would owe absolutely nothing, they ignored me since April. They ignored me since April. No phone call, no email.
See, he called himself here for the say this time I heard from him, then he had to jump back into it. Nigga be lying, man.
Nothing in the postal mail since April. And the first thing we find out, the first time we hear from them since April, is a letter on the front door of the school. Affixed with a rubber band and masking tape. A rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters, giving us 20 days to pay these back taxes. We already paid $30,000 for water that we don't even use. We just paid $30,000 to the city of Wilmington for water that we don't even use.
So, listen, like I told you, the man said the waiver was going to be for 4 years. They had the property for 6.5, 7.5 years. That 4 years, they still owe that. You know what I'm saying? They still owe this right here. They still owe that 3.5, 4.5, or 2.5, 3.5, whatever the hell they owe for years. We just paid $30,000 for water we don't use. Who the fuck has a $30,000 water bill, Umar? If you ain't got nobody in the building, why is there a water consumption at all? If it's a vacant building, why is there any water consumption whatsoever? I understand that plumbers may come in, do some work. Carpenters may come in and do some work. You may have some people come and do some work, but you got $30,000 worth of fucking water bill, bro. That is not the occasional fucking tradesman coming in there to repair some shit. I'm sorry. That's not what that is. Like, the story ain't adding up, Umar. You fucking up. You fucking up the people's money, bro. So I'm mad about my 100 I sent you all this goddamn.
And now we got to pay another $30,000 for vacant property registration fees that we shouldn't even owe because we should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. We should have a waiver. And it gets worse, brothers and sisters. It gets worse because they are raising the vacant property registration fee. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. I'm going to say it again. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year.
Why is the
brothers and
property
sisters,
vacant?
I want y'all to get ready for a protest. I want all FDMG donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall.
Save the Googles, guys. I already looked. There was no protest. There is no protest scheduled. Matter of fact, I had to cut out the first 8 minutes of this video because he spent the first 8 minutes of this video begging for donations, saying, hey, I'm going to be appearing here. I'm going to be appearing there. This is where I'm going. Basically saying all his little chitlin circuit, all his events, where he going to be at. For 8 minutes, that man did that. And, he talks and repeats himself. So that was a long fucking 8 minutes, a long, tedious 8 minutes. I tried my best to cut some of that shit out, but I had to cut the first, like I said, I had to cut the first 8 minutes of the fucking video out. Because the motherfucker just, now he's, I won't protest. I won't protest. They fucking with, they doing us wrong. They doing us 30. No, you fucked up, Umar. You've been around here spending people's money on God knows what. And the fruits of your labor are not there. Like, what the fuck? You've been doing this song and dance since I was in college. I got put on the Dr. Umar in 2002. It's 2025. That's over 20 years this man has been with this song and dance bullshit. Defrauding the black community. Fucking over the black people. Pimping the black people. Poverty pimping, if you will. Like my dog, the hip-hop lobbyists like to say. Niggas a poverty pimp to the max. But the black community is waking up. Because he still got his little hotels around him that want to, he's getting defrauded, he's getting you. Man, open your fucking eyes. This is why this nigga deleted this video. Because he realized when he played it back, there were so many holes in this story. There are so many opportunities for a lawyer for the city of Delaware to just fucking have a fucking field day with this shit in court. And even if they weren't even looking to end him financially, cease and desist letters, all type of fucking shit. They can fucking make this nigga's life a nightmare because of this video. The shit he was saying. Oh, I wasn't notified. Then turn around. Oh, I was notified back in April. We had these unpaid things, and and then I ain't hear nothing else until they stopped an eviction notice on our door. The fuck? You had $30,000 in unpaid water bills. You didn't get no notice about that either, Umar? The fuck?
All brothers and sisters. We may have to march on City Hall because of the racism. I'm going to call it what it is. Racism.
It ain't.
Discriminatory treatment. Why did we get no notification that y'all were going to sell our schools? Why did you not respond to any of our emails to retroactively apply our vacant property registration fee waiver?
I ain't crying about some shit for 4 years. Nigga, you was in that building for 6.5, 7.5 years. That's still damn near $20,000 that you owe them people at $5,000 a year. Like, on top of the $30,000 in unpaid water bills. Key word in that, unpaid. What were you doing with the people donations, Umar? Now I feel like I can say this shit because I sent money back in the day. I ain't sent no more, but it's a lot of people that talk shit to me about Umar and asking simple questions. But this is why I ask those questions. Because how can you start a school up and say you only want it to be solely funded by black people and expect the community to constantly send you money year after year to the point where you can have enough money to operate the school year after year? You don't want no white money from the government. You don't want no money from the stock market, from the white man's stock market. Because there's be people that say, hey, let's invest some money and then take the returns, and then we can do da-da-da-da. Oh, no, that's the white man's stock market. So you just want to rely on donations. That's it. Black Americans are supposed to send you, one black man, enough money year after year after year after year after year after year after year to have these schools in operation. Sounds good. Sounds fucking awesome. Until you see what the fuck is going on. Nigga bought the building to shut people up. And I admit, I shut up. When he bought the building, I shut up. I ain't shut up, I got quiet. I said, you got a building. Goddamn. About damn time. Let's see when this bitch open up. And a couple years went by, and I honestly forgot about that shit. There's somebody, I don't know how I fucking remember he had a building. I don't know. I was like, damn, he wants to know when that goddamn school? Like, shit. Years went by. Like, damn, he still open that goddamn school? Years went by. Man, he still ain't open that goddamn school? Then he started being on all the podcasts, making his way around the world, country, doing this Pan-African shit. Snow bunnies are never black queens forever. And then now, the city of Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, saying, hey, you owe us so much money, Umar, that we're going to take this property and auction it off so that we could pay back some of the money that you owe us. And the fact that the building sat vacant, not even a fucking community center, not a program house in there, nothing. The building sat vacant, empty for 7.5 years. Nigga ain't had no fucking intention of doing nothing with that goddamn school. All he wanted to do is continue to ask for donations from the community like he's doing right now.
I knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this bad.
Now you
I knew that the power structure. I'm not talking
right
about the brothers and sisters in the community. They love us. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. They love Dr. Umar and FDMG. I'm talking about the power structure of Wilmington, Delaware. We knew they didn't want us in that city, but we didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs. So brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver. And we might still have a protest at City Hall because this is wrong, brothers and sisters. I have emailed the mayor. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the chief of staff. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the city council president. I have gotten no response. So brothers and sisters, I'm going to meet with my team and we're going to decide if we're going to go ahead and have this protest. And it ain't going to be one. We're going to do multiple protests. And we're going to invite our donors and supporters from across the state of Delaware.
There was no protest. There wasn't one. So there aren't any. And from what I can tell, there won't be one.
Donors and supporters across the United States and our donors and supporters.
Just a reminder, this video has been removed from the internet by Umar himself. YouTube ain't take it down. Twitch, Skype, whoever he posted didn't take it down. He took it down.
Across the entire planet, we may have to march on Delaware to let them know that you don't treat black people like this. Because if I was white, I wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Asian, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Arab, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have been treated like this. But we were treated like this because we were black. How dare you ignore us for 4 months and then put a sign on our door without even telling us that you're going to sell our properties? Brothers and sisters, why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive a...
There's an eviction notice. You don't get a certified letter with a fucking eviction notice. They put a fucking sticker on your door, say, get the fuck out, bitch.
Certified letter? Why didn't we receive an email? Why didn't we receive a phone call? Oh, we not going to quit. We not going to get in. The only thing left on the elementary school is to lay down the tile. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy.
More pipe dreams. I thought the bank account is frozen. How are you going to tile an entire fucking building with no bank account, no money, and then pay the fees and registration dues to try and open this bitch up with no fucking money? More fucking lies and hype pipe dreams. And it's the type of shit that I would hear and I would ask questions about. Be like, hey, man, you guys just believe in the dream, man. You hating, dog. You hate, man. You guys just believe, man. Man, you gotta believe in the black man. This nigga fucking lying.
We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. And if we have trouble getting our inspection and certificate of occupancy, we will have to march. We will have to march. We might march anyway, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We need y'all to.
Now we might march. 2 minutes ago, we gonna march. Now we might march. You see what I'm saying? This is why he took the video. He took it down for a reason, y'all. Listen, like his own story is wavering.
Call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the city council president of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the commissioner of license and inspections of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the vacant property office of Wilmington, Delaware, and demand that.
Demand what? That a vacant building that's been sitting up for 6.5, 7 years that's supposed to be a goddamn school don't have to pay no the fuck? What? Here's my thing is too. What does this fucking nonprofit do for them to apply that exemption waiver? What the fuck does Umar's nonprofit do? Because everything he does is for a profit. When he goes out there to those lecture halls, there are tickets sold. That's not for free. They're selling merch. They're selling food. They're selling all type of shit for a profit. When he goes on those podcasts, it's for a profit. He's paid an appearance fee. When he goes into the schools and does his psychology that they say he does, he's paid to do that. So what does this nonprofit that Umar has do in order for them to get a fucking exemption? That's why he took the video down, because people ask, hey, what does this nonprofit do for you to get the exemption? I want to help you, but I gotta, be able to make the case and give some proof and give some reasons why they should approve this exemption. But everything this motherfucker does is for a profit. No wonder the exemption didn't get approved.
Those unjust fees be removed from our account. Let them know that you are a donor of FDMG. Let them know you are a supporter of FDMG. And let them know that if this situation is not rectified, we will march on the city and we will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware. We will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware for racism and discriminatory treatment. This is your brother, Dr. Umar Ifa Tunde, letting you know that I'm still standing for black people. I'm still riding for black boys, and we will open the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. No racism from the city of Wilmington will stop us. No sabotage from the city of Wilmington will stop us. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the mayor. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the mayor's chief of staff. Tomorrow morning, get on your telephone and call the commissioner for license and inspection.
It didn't happen.
Tomorrow morning, call the city council president of Wilmington and ask them, why was Dr. Umar in FDMG ignored for 4 months when he was trying to rectify this problem? Why was Dr. Umar in FDMG Academy ignored for 4 months while he was trying to rectify this problem? Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. Brothers and sisters, they could have simply told us no. We will not retroactively apply your vacant property registration fee waiver. No problem. We could have got a payment plan. No problem.
We could have got a payment plan. Told y'all. He telling on himself through the whole video. He literally fucking tells on himself the whole video. He knew about this shit. He knew about it. He knew about the shit the whole time. He knew about the 30K in unpaid water bill. He knew about the unpaid vacant property registration fees. That's amounting in thousands of dollars. His plan was, hey, I'm gonna try and use this nonprofit a loophole that I heard about. But like I said, what does your nonprofit do for them to justify giving you this? You've had this vacant building for 6.5, 7.5 years, and nothing has gone down in that vacant building. what am I giving this nonprofit in a naked? What am I giving this nonprofit in a vacant building this big ass exemption for? The fuck?
Problem, we could have got a payment plan. No problem, we could have got a payment plan. But instead,
he knew and he ignored that shit. And that hustle didn't go through. Now, I don't doubt that he didn't know the eviction notice was going to get put on there the day it got put on there, because nobody that's going through an eviction gets a notice of the day that they're getting evicted. Your notice comes when they come in and slap that motherfucking eviction notice on your door. I've never been evicted, but I've seen it, and I've talked to a couple people that have gone through the process, and they be sitting there on pins and knees. They don't know the day until the sheriff come and knocking. Slap that motherfucking eviction notice on the door. The only thing he didn't say is that they changed the locks, because the sheriff is there with the locksmith. Because the sheriff is there, so when the locksmith picks the lock to open the door, if anybody's inside there, the sheriff can be like, hey, you know, this is now technically the property of da-da-da-da-da-da. You got to go because we're going to change the locks now, and you can't be here anymore. So that's the only thing Umar left out of this video, is that they changed the locks on that motherfucking schools, and he's fucked. Because on the 25th of August, they're going to auction off these buildings. It's the 18th today. The 25th is next Monday. We'll see what happens between then and now with Dr. Umar's fucking school. The last minute or so of the video, he just
responding to me the first week of April. Instead of responding to,
I cut out all the bullshit of him, you know, all the I cut out all of his plugs of trying to get people to donate with the numbers and all that shit, because I'm not going to support poverty pimping in the community. I'm just not. If you got his information, you want to donate to his cause, feel free to. Don't donate because don't not donate because I said don't donate. If you truly believe in his cause, do it. Go for it. I do not support Dr. Umar Johnson. I will not be contributing any more money to Dr. Umar Johnson's causes, because I personally do not believe in Dr. Umar Johnson's vision. I also have a small part of me that wish that he proves me wrong. Only because I understand the value in that school if it ever comes to fruition. So a little part does hope he proves me wrong. But until he proves me wrong, fuck Umar. That's all I got to say about that. As always, guys, love y'all for chiming in with me. That's the end of this stream for the day. Peace to the chat. Appreciate y'all. But